Hey there guys, this is Robin Hood and Superman Guy here with another, or actually the final battle here in the semi-finals of the Napoleon Total War subscriber tournament. And Zuper, who do we have playing in this one?
Today we've got Elite Units of America playing as Russia, and across the field you will see Johannes playing as the Ottomans.
And these two here, they just actually fought. Johannes initially secured his semi-final round place after beating Azrael in round 2 of the tournament, and then Elite Units of America, his opponent actually forfeit, which resulted in an interesting situation which both these players agreed upon and I approved for the tournament, where the first battle, the round 2 battle, was Elite Units versus Johannes, which would have been this battle here anyways due to that forfeit. And if Elite Units won that battle, these guys would rematch in the semi-final round, so that technically Elite Units would still be playing the same amount of battle. So he did manage to win that last battle, and that had no effect on Johannes other than Johannes has to beat him now for the finals. So this match, both of them have stuff at stake here, and that is a spot in the finals. But I think this one gets underway pretty quickly. So Zuper, do you want to go ahead and read us off Elite Units Russian's army?
Alright, so Elite Units of America is rushing the hill with 2 units of Cossack cavalry and 1 unit of Uhlans. At least I think that's the display. Yeah, confirmed. And then following them up, he's got 2 units of musketeers and 1 of Moscow musketeers. To their left, he's got 4 units of Russian Jaegers and another 3 units of musketeers. And then going down to the right, we've got the 17th Jaeger Regiment. That's another skirmisher unit. Behind them, musketeers and 2 units of Life Guard. That's a Semenovsky and a Life Guard foot. And to their right, a unit of Opolsheny. Behind them, a unit of mounted rifles and the historical general, Count von Bennigsen. We've seen him before.
Yep. And then as that was happening, and I showed some of this, in the middle, this Safai cavalry of Johannes just charged right into the 3 Russian units there. Actually managed to get the better of them with the support of another Safai cav, and then 1 unit broke off and fought a Salatar guard, which is a fight none of those Russian cavalry that were present will win. So the Russian cav in the middle has instantly died here, but we will go ahead and take a look at Johannes' army. Right now, rushing in, he's got a Bashi Bazook in the middle, and they are about to collide with the 3 musketeers of Elite Units of America. Then he has the 2 Safai cavalry that I've already stated. He has this mounted rifle cavalry, a Salatar guard, and I believe he has another one of those somewhere off in some direction or another. Where are they? There they are. And another mounted rifle unit. I believe total he has 4 Bashi bazooks. He has 4 or 5 of these line infantry and then 4 of the light infantry. So I see 2 of the line infantry over here, 2 more in the center, and 2 more on this far right. So he actually has 6 of them and 4 of the light infantry, and then the cavalry and the Bashi bazooks that I stated. And then he brought a historical general as well. This guy is Ahmed al-Jazar, and there he is. Anyways, this Safai cavalry actually charged here into these Russian units. They managed to rout a musketeer, and then these other 2 units of musketeers have gone into square. That is going to rout the Bashi bazooks, and those Safai cavalry are going to pull out. But now the line infantry, this bought them time to line up on this hill, so they're going to start firing into these squared units here.
And back off the hill at the start of these woods here, we have Russian Opolsheny charging another unit of Ottoman line infantry.
Yeah, there they are in melee. I think the Ottoman infantry should start pulling ahead in this, and it looks like they are in fact starting to, but there is a charge from the Russian mounted rifles coming in, which is going to help those Opolsheni in this fight. And you can see these infantry are going to go ahead and start losing morale. And it looks like they're actually taking some fire in the back too from this other musketeer unit. And they're going to go ahead and rout. So the Opolsheni and the mounted rifles pulling through there. But the mounted rifles have been charged by a Safai cavalry.
And back up on the hill where the line infantry from the Ottomans was tearing into a Russian square. That second square, once it broke formation, a Sifi cav ran straight into them. And,
yeah, there they are. They're routing
they're
now.
routing now.
And that Safai cavalry actually got a little bit of a charge into the back of this musketeer unit. So this musketeer, now engaged in melee with the line infantry of the Ottomans, is going to go ahead and rout too. So the Ottomans have pretty much secured this hillside, although Russia is bringing up another musketeer unit into this fight. Already a lot of bodies on the top of that hill though. Elsewhere, the engagement is spreading farther to the Ottoman left, and the Russian general, Count von Benningsen, somehow ended up in the middle of a field here, and it looks like he's going to get taken down. And there he goes.
That was a fascinating place for him to be.
Yeah, I think it looks like he did a charge on these light infantry and ended up getting shot by the line infantry back behind, as well as those mounted cavalry. Well, of course the cavalry is mounted, but the mounted rifle cavalry. And now these lifeguard of foot are going to respond to this situation by melee charging into these light infantry. And that is a fight they will very quickly win, though they are taking fire from the line infantry behind.
And back behind them, the Semenovsky lifeguard got hit square on by a charge from the Bashi bazooks.
Yeah, though that is a fight that the Semenovsky lifeguard should pull out of as well.
But they're pretty effectively tied up for a while now. And mounted rifles coming in now.
Yep. On the rest of the battlefield, it looks like Russia has decided to move forward these musketeers onto the hill. And now on this far flank, all they have are these 4 Russian Jaegers and a very depleted musketeer unit. And these Jaegers here getting an excellent volley into these Bashi bazooks, but now it looks like these guys might actually make it to the Jaegers.
Yeah, that was an excellent feint with the Bashi bazooks.
And
Johannes was perfectly willing to just let them soak up all the fire while he lines up his infantry.
Yep, the infantry, of course, pulling up behind right here, and those Bashi bazooks now engaged in the trees here. Some of these Russian Jaegers are going to get away, but for the most part they are covered, and you guys can see the thick smoke from all the fighting in there. This one Russian Jaeger escaping onto the top of the hill. And now they have got a light infantry and a line infantry unit shooting on them, while another line infantry is moving through these buildings farther to the right.
And here comes a whole mess of Ottoman cav to back up that infantry.
Oh yeah, the mounted rifles and the Safai cavalry. And then on the rest of the field, those Semenovsky lifeguard actually fought through all of that, and the lifeguard foot, they're now engaged with the line infantry of the Ottomans on this flank, though a rear charge from those mounted rifles is actually going to rout the lifeguard of foot, it seems like. Or no, the Semenovsky lifeguard routed. And now these guys are going to go down as well. Only 23 of them remaining, and now they are going to rout. So that fight on the far Ottoman left has been won by Johannes, and he has some free units to bring over.
And it's actually not entirely clear if he'll really need them. Seems the Ottomans are doing pretty well on all fronts.
Yep, looks like a Safai cavalry charge here into these Russian Jaegers. That is something that those cavalry will win. Although they are very depleted, but it looks like the general is coming up as well as 2 of the line infantry, or a line infantry and a light infantry. The rest of the Russian units got pushed out of these trees, it seems. and they are now being chased down by mounted rifle cavalry as they are routing. So the last Russian units here on the middle hill, and they've got a good position against these infantry in the trees for the Ottomans, but both these units are fairly well manned at the moment, and the Ottomans do have more infantry.
Including some coming up the other side of the hill behind them.
Yeah, that's true. Right there, the infantry that was fighting the lifeguards. So it looks like at this point, Elite Units of America has decided that he is going to give it one last melee charge here. And these musketeers are going to charge in. And there's going to be combat all through this forest.
Seems he's willing to let them die honorably.
Yep. They're going to rout, and we're getting a rear charge by a Salatar guard into the back of this remaining musketeer unit. And they actually are going to get off a square in time. But then, of course,
musketeer unit.
Yeah, they are now in square and not able to fire anywhere near as effectively. So that being the last remaining Russian unit, other than a Jaeger that came back from routing, this looks like the end of this battle, and it looks like Johannes is going to claim this one.
That was quick, very fast-paced.
Definitely. That was a good battle, too.
It was.
The one thing that definitely could have helped Elite Units, there were a lot of engagements where he was doing close to well enough to win. Like over here, where the lifeguards and the Semenovsky lifeguard were, it came down to those last few men.
Yeah.
The Ottoman unit that made it out of there only had like 40 men. All of the Russian Jaegers, all 4 of them, and he might have had 5, but either way, he had 4 of them sitting in these trees here, basically unsupported, and they kind of sat there till the end of the battle, at which point, without support, those light infantry, if they get caught, and the Ottomans' cavalry advantage ensured that they would, there's not that much they can do. I think maybe had he spread them out throughout his lines a little bit more, that little bit of skirmishing support, I mean, just having one of those units over on the other flank would have meant that they wouldn't have died over here in these woods, and that little bit of firepower should have been enough to win with the lifeguard. And you even winning at one flank like that, you don't know how much that might change a battle.
Yeah.
Because he managed to push back onto the hill in the middle a little later on, but very good battle to both players.
Yeah, very impressive micro coming from Johannes.
Yeah, and Elite Units deploying close to, what, that's like 200 more basically than Johannes there. Johannes having some of the rush units which don't have as much men.
And a lot of cavalry as well.
A lot of cav as well, yeah, which he used to very good effect.
Yeah, that cavalry was devastating.
Absolutely smashed the Russian line at the beginning, and immediately took any Russian cavalry presence off of the field, which that might have played a little bit different too, had those cavalry not died so
Most
quickly.
Definitely.
Anyways, at this point, we now know what the finals will be. It's going to be JohannesVb versus H. Sonbul, who won in the other semi-final match against BP 97. So they are going to be fighting best 2 out of 3 in the very near future here, and we will have those battles for you guys soon. Gonna try and actually commentate those live, but both of those guys are over in Europe, so it might be hard for Zuber and I to actually get a schedule with them, but we'll see how that goes, and regardless, you guys will get to see those battles. So I think that's it for this one. Any last comments?
I think we're done.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for watching, and keep an eye out for the final matches soon.
Looking forward to it.